stress on my schedule. Mama used to sell vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. No, they thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. A look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in at 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
It's never any fun, Brandon, when you're the defensive team and the first drive of the game, you give up a touchdown. The key is not to get down. Make those adjustments and come back for your next series with the intent of shutting them down.
5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a man who was undrafted out of Buffalo, standing at 6'7". It's Tyree Jackson.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. but how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming in to sack him, Dominique Easley.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline.
55.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. To throw is Jackson, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice.
He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson. They find some open field here. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Check 26, check 26.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play action now. Jackson. That one complete to Hill. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
In your face.
On second down, it's Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now they run with Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Jackson now. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
The great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28. Mixon with a first down carry. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, second and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
He's got his man, Boyd. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Auden Tate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of...
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second and 10, Jackson has got it to Ingram, complete. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Throwing is Jackson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now it's Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Jackson now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10. Now Jackson, and for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Unable to correct. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Now the try here for the point after. No problem there on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to give. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you just sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 45.
Check 3. Harper. Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. On first down, Grant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Geno Atkins, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's got a man, complete, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This pass complete to Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. Jackson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in 2nd place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. They have the best record among the wild card contenders, but you never really feel comfortable when you're down around that 5 or 6 slot, do you?
No, you don't. You figure you got to close the deal.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case...
There goes Mark Ingram, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mixon with it. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jackson. Buying time to his left. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Mixon on the draw. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back.
Let's get it. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The end result, 21 yards.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Austin Seferian-Jenkins with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Higgins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game, and all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now Jackson operating from the gun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 59 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Man open, that's Jaleel Scott. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He goes underneath to Ingram, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw again is Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.